Kreg multipurpose project blocks offer a great way to support, hold, and work on your projects anywhere. They'll quickly become an essential tool to help you with finishing, routing, sanding, clamping, cutting, and creating a project workspace. They do this by elevating what you're working on above your work surface. That's a simple idea, but multi-purpose project blocks take it to a higher level with clever features that make them very versatile. One of the first features you'll see is one that makes multi-purpose project blocks truly unique: retractable painting points. When you're ready to apply paint or finish, simply twist the project block and the point rises up. It's covered in Kreg's Grip Max material, and the point locks in place. A set of 4 multi-purpose project blocks can hold up to 200 pounds on the points. With the points up, you can rest your workpiece up out of the dust and debris on your work surface, and you can reach the face and edges. Plus, you won't have to wait for this face to dry before moving on. Just flip your piece over, and it will rest on those small points, so it won't stick to the project blocks or ruin your finish. That same Grip Max surface covers both faces of the project blocks too. Grip Max on one side holds the blocks in place on your work surface so they won't slide around. On the other side, Grip Max holds what you're working on in place. That means you can do things like sand without your workpiece moving around and without having to clamp it in place. Not only can you sand the face of your projects more easily, you can also get to the edges. Elevating your workpiece while also holding it securely in place also makes it easier to route edges by providing clearance for the router bit, which usually hangs down too far and would hit the surface below. Elevating also makes it easier to clamp your workpiece, since you can get the clamp head underneath. And that's handy whether you're drilling pocket holes, assembling your project, and for many other things. And if your work surface gets cluttered, like they all do, you won't have to search for open space. Just rise above the mess using multi-purpose project blocks. One feature you might not notice is that multi-purpose project blocks elevate your work 1.5 inches, which matches the thickness of a 2x4 board. That's handy for tasks like cutting down plywood sheets. Just place a block near each corner to hold the sheet off the ground and prevent it from moving around. Then slide a 2x4 underneath to keep the pieces from falling as you cut. That makes cutting sheet goods a whole lot easier. That's a lot of cool features in a small package, but there's one more you'll appreciate when you least expect it. Multi-purpose project blocks are hex-shaped for a reason. If you drop one, it won't roll away and send you chasing it down. And of course, we made multi-purpose project blocks tough enough to hold up to drops and hard use. Like everything Kreg builds, multi-purpose project blocks are designed to be versatile and tough enough for professionals, but easy to use for anyone. And when you buy from Kreg, you get more than just a product. You become part of the Kreg family, which means you'll get Kreg's world-class customer support, educational resources and videos, newsletters and social interaction, and even step-by-step plans for projects you can build. To learn more about multi-purpose project blocks, as well as Kreg's other products for building DIY and woodworking projects, visit us online at kregtool.com.
BESSEY's cabinet clamps for face frames give you the convenience of 3 tools in one. They work to draw the face frames together side to side, help to align the frames across the front face, and provide a steel guide bushing so you can pre-drill and screw your face frames together while they're still being held by the clamps. The clamp body and side jaw are cast steel for durability and strength. They feature legs on the back side to allow the pressure plate to align the face frames front to back. And the guide bushing snaps conveniently out of the way for driving the screw once the face frames have been pre-drilled. These clamps are simple and effective. Engage the legs of the side jaws against the back of the face frames and tighten the side jaws, drawing the 2 cabinets together. Before final tightening, the center pressure plate is used to align the cabinets face to face. And this is the time to align the cabinets top to bottom as well. Once the cabinets are fully aligned, tighten the side jaws. The guide bushing is automatically in position for drilling the pilot holes. Then it snaps out of the way, leaving plenty of room to drive the screw. These cabinet clamps for face frames from BESSEY efficiently clamp your cabinets together, hold them in place, and guide your drilling.
Have you ever needed to drill accurate holes on a piece that is too big to move? Have you ever seen a drill press that can be easily carried around? Now introducing the DJ3 Universal Drilling Jig from Bridge City Toolworks. What catches your eye at the first sight of DJ3? Is it the colorful 6061 aircraft grade aluminum alloy? Or is it the bright and vibrant anodized finish? It's a beautiful tool to add to your workshop, and it's rust and wear resistance as well. The bushing has a tolerance of 10 microns, which means every hole drilled using this jig will be incredibly accurate. In order to drill holes accurately and safely, having your workpiece in a vise or clamped to a sturdy bench is strongly recommended. Upon first use, you may need to back out the 2 set screws that hold the beam in place. Position the flip stops on the beam where needed and tighten the set screw with a 2mm hex wrench. Do not over-tighten these screws. Doing so will distort the V-jaw and lead to inaccurate results. The 2mm wrench is conveniently stored in the body of the DJ3 and is held in place with a magnet. Loosen the arm locking knobs. Pull out the left and right out triggers to both sides. The DJ3 drilling jig automatically aligns the bushings with the center line of the workpiece. Choose a bushing and corresponding drill bit. 13 metric bushings and 8 imperial bushings are provided. Loosen the screws on the ends of the body and remove the bushing's locking screw. Insert the bushing into the drilling jig body to ensure that the notches in the bushing and the body are aligned. Tighten down the bushing locking screws to ensure that the bushings are flush with the drilling jig body surface. Finally, tighten the screws on the end of the body and close the outrigger's jaw. Tighten the arm locking knobs. Now you can safely and accurately drill your holes. The DJ3 will also allow for off-center drilling up to 60mm from center. There is laser etch graduation on the back of the adjustable jaw. Set either scale to the width of the desired off-center holes and tighten the locking knobs. Repeat the operation of centering to get the most accurate off-center hole. Besides the vibrant orange appearance, the V-jaws also function well with its many V-grooves. It can hold many different shapes of workpieces. This is a key feature that DJ3 can accomplish while a drill press would not be able to do alone. Regardless of which V-groove on the V-jaw is used, it can be held firmly. Also, the flip stop can always be reached by the workpiece. The DJ3 can handle the axial drilling on a round workpiece, no matter how long the workpiece is. If you're worrying about the stability of the DJ3, you can always clamp it. For square workpieces, bias and axial drilling is also easily done with DJ3. Spheres from 8mm up to 60mm in diameter are also easily drilled with the DJ3. These functions, which would have been nearly impossible on a drill press, are now easily achievable by this design of the V-jaws. Using the green 45-degree miter jaws, You can reinforce any miter joint with dowels. When used in conjunction with the adjustable jaws, you'll be able to precisely and securely position the hole as close to the inner face as possible. This will give you the ability to drill as deep of a hole as possible on the inside face, while not drilling all the way through the stock. When using the DJ3 with the long accessory jaws, drilling holes at any angle up to 45 degrees becomes extremely easy. The thoughtful addition of the indexing pins make it easier to adjust and align both jaws to be planar. Now it's time for you to try the DJ3 drilling jig.